And we've had this, it's not just this time, we've had this in many times in human history with the internet, mobile, but before that was the Industrial Revolution. And it's going to be one of those eras where there will be a lot of change. I think there'll be new jobs we can't even imagine today, just like the internet created. And then those people with the right skill sets to ride that wave will become incredibly valuable, right? Those skills. But maybe people will have to relearn or adapt a bit their current skills. And it's the thing that's going to be harder to deal with this time around is that I think what we're going to see is something like probably 10 times the impact the Industrial Revolution had, and but 10 times faster as well. Right. So instead of 100 years, it takes 10 years. And so that's going to make it, it's like 100x the impact and the speed combined. So that's what's, I think, going to make it more difficult for society to deal with. And it's good. There's a lot to think through. And I think we need to be discussing that right now. And I encourage top economists in the world and philosophers to start thinking about how is society going to be affected by this and what should we do, including things like universal basic provision or something like that.
How AGI would transform human civilization. I think by the time of 2030, I want to know in the next coming decades what AI, AGI, ASI is going to look like. Because right now, we have AI that could pass the bar exam, get high ACT, SAT scores, dang near probably even ace it. It's just crazy on what technology like that is going to be like in the future. I think something groundbreaking will be discovered by 2030 with this type of technology. It's actually crazy on what we have now. Um, that's why I say if you're going into college, please understand the career field that you're going into because it might not be around. And you hear people like Bill Gates say it, other people say it, but I'm being honest, dude. This AI is too powerful. Too much patents on it. Too much people already getting into it. Then you got rival countries, who are possessing this technology and who have it. Um, please understand the career field that you're getting into and ask yourself if this is gonna last. Could I retire off of this? You know, I wouldn't just go to college and just mess around. Go to college, understand what you're getting into. Even the trades I would watch out for, because AI might go into those. There's already been AI or robots who could do roofing, so that's insane. So like I said, just this stuff is crazy. It's crazy to see.
Where a lot of the increased productivity gets shared out and distributed to society, and maybe in the form of services and other things. Where if you want more than that, you still go and get some incredibly rare skills and things like that, and make yourself unique. But there's a basic provision that is provided.
And if you think of government as a technology, there's also interesting questions, not just in economics, but just politics. How do you design a system that's responding to the rapidly changing times such that you can represent the different pain that people feel from the different groups? And how do you reallocate resources in a way that
That's what I'm saying. I said this in the last AI video I posted. I said, when this technology comes around and all these jobs are going to be taken by robots and AI programs, where are these people going to go? How are these people going to get money? And I said, what are they going to do with all these people? Because you can't just have a bunch of people who need to feed their families out of work and have a lot of time on their hands sitting around. That's how chaos ensues. So you got to understand that this is crazy. That's what I'm curious about. It's like, what are they gonna do?
addresses that pain and represents the hope and the pain and the fears of different people in a way that doesn't lead to division, because politicians are often really good at sort of fueling the division and using that to get elected. The other defining the other and then saying
Yeah.
that's bad, and sort of based on that, I think that's often counterproductive to leveraging a rapidly changing technology how to help the world flourish. So we almost need to improve our political systems as well rapidly, if you think of them as a technology.
Definitely, and I think we'll need new governance structures, institutions probably to help with this transition. So I think political philosophy and political science is going to be key to that. But I think the number one thing, first of all, is to create more abundance of resources, right?
Mhm.
Then so that's the number one thing: increase productivity, get more resources, maybe eventually get out of the zero sum situation. Then the second question is how to use those resources and distribute those resources. But yeah, you can't do that without having that abundance first.
That's crazy. Shout out to Lex Fridman. Let's see what. Oh, we have ChatGPT, Stargate, and Big Tech's AI plans already. I want to react to this one. This one's really good.
When your kid is hurting and there's nothing you can do about it,